Federal University will carry. From the views expressed by the stakeholders at the public hearing and subsequent analysis of both oral and written presentations of memoranda, the committee here, the stakeholders who made clarity in support of the passage of the bill by the National Assembly. 2, the Federal University Wukari is one of the 6 universities approved and established 6 geopolitical zones and has since commenced academic activities. 3, nevertheless, it has been observed that at the point of assent to the bill by the then President and CNC, an important observation was raised which borders on visitor in the interpretation clause, and that has also been changed to reflect the precedent. Furthermore, all that is required at the moment is the legal backing to aid the smooth running of the university, as all the operational structures are already in place and no financial implications whatsoever. 4, the bill further seeks to achieve the establishment of a world-class human resource center of excellence that can provide technical and managerial in its core areas of interest with credence as Federal University Wukari in Taraba State to meet the learning and research needs of prospective students of the host communities, in particular Nigeria and the world at large. The knowledge and skills that will be acquired by the graduates from the envisaged Act of the Nation to the nation's GDP and increased revenue base of Nigeria, and consequently contributing to national integration and social progress, the Senate to consider and approve this legislative proposal for the benefit of humanity in general and Nigeria as a nation state in particular. Recommendations. The Senate Committee on Tertiary Institutions and TED Fund, to which this bill was referred, having carefully considered same, hereby recommends as follows: that the Senate do conform. I so move, Mr. President.
Any comments? Leader of the Senate Committee of the Vote.
Mr. President, I rise to a motion that the Senate resolve the Committee of the Whole to consider this report.
Chairman, you can present the second one so that we take both at the same time.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Repeal and reenactment of Federal Colleges of Education. Findings. From the views expressed by the stakeholders at the public hearing and subsequent analysis of both oral and written presentation of memoranda, the committee hereby makes the following findings. Number 1, the repeal of the Federal Colleges of Education Act 1998 and reenactment of the Federal Colleges of Education Bill 2022 will certainly go a long way in supporting teacher education, training and instructions in Nigeria, and would serve as an enabler for running higher academic programs such as first degree in education, making it affordable, accessible to the benefit of the Nigerian people, thereby increasing the educational opportunities amongst diverse demographics in the country while closing the gap in knowledge of teacher education in general. 2, the repeal of the Federal Colleges of Education Act 1998 and reenactment of same will no doubt provide the required manpower needs of Nigerians in the areas of specialized educational services, training of teachers and teaching in every aspect of education and fields of applied learning relevant to the developmental needs of educational sector in Nigeria. 4, corollary to this proposition is the fact which propelled the support received from the 64 chapters of affiliated bodies and 65 colleges of education, senior staff association. The stakeholders were of the belief that colleges of education in Nigeria offer degree programs in affiliation with numerous universities in Nigeria, while utilizing the same infrastructure and capacity of the colleges, and therefore urged the hallowed chambers for its magnanimity to offer special privileges to the colleges of education in Nigeria to handle degree programs to be supervised by the National Universities Commission. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the repeal of the Federal College of Education Act 1998 and reenactment of same can be described as putting a round peg in a round hole. Recommendation. The institutions and tech fund, having carefully considered, I recommend as follows. That the Senate do consider and pass the bill for an act to repeal the Federal College of Education Act 1998 and to reenact the Federal Colleges of Education and for other matters connected therewith, Bill 22 SB 531. Conclusion. In conclusion, I wish to use this opportunity to thank the President of the Senate and distinguished colleagues for the opportunity to serve in this capacity and to humbly request the Senate to pass these bills. I so move, Mr. President. Thank you.
Leader of the Senate, any contributions? Leader of the Senate Committee of the Whole.
Mr. President, I raise a motion that the Senate resolves in the Committee of the Whole to consider the two reports. I so move.
Minority Leader.
Mr. President, I rise to second the motion that the Senate resolve into a committee of whole for a class-by-class consideration of the two bills. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, those in favor of the motion that the Senate resolves into Committee of the Whole to consider the two reports clause by clause say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Distinguished colleagues, we start with the report on the establishment of the Federal University Wukari, and this bill has 33 clauses. Those in favor that clause 1, clause 2, clause 3, clause 4, and clause 5, functions of the Chancellor and Pro-Chancellor stand part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clause 6 is on page 5. Composition, tenure, and powers of the Council of the University, clause 7, clause 9, and clause 10. Those who are those clauses stand part of the bill say aye. Those against any that's 10. Functions of the Vice Chancellor, clause 12. Clause 16 is on page 12. Power to decide the meaning of statute, clause 17, clause 18, clause 19. Ayes have it. Clause 21 is on page 17. Clause 22, clause 23, clause 24, and clause 25. Those who are those clauses stand part of the bill say aye. Those against any the ayes have it. Clause 26 is on page 19, quorum. Clause 27, appointment of committees. Clause 28, clause 29, and clause 30. Those who are the explanatory, the schedule, those against any the ayes have it. Those who are the explanatory memorandum stands part of the bill say aye. Those against any the ayes have it. Those who are the long title on page 1 stands part of the bill say aye. Those against any the ayes have it. The second report. The second report is on Federal Colleges of Education Act 1998 Repeal and Reenactment Bill. Clause 4 and Clause 5, Membership of Governing Council. On page 6, tenure of office of council member. Clause 7, one part of the bill say aye. Those against say nay, the ayes have it. Clause 11, power of the minister over councils. Clause 12, Clause 13, Clause 14, Clause 15. Those who vote at those clauses stand strong and take. Clause 19 and Clause 20. Those who vote at those clauses stand part of the bill say aye. Those against any, the ayes have it. Clause 21 on page 23, tenure of service of other principal officers. Clause 22, Clause 23, Clause 24, any, the ayes have it. Clause 26 on page 25, gifts and donations. Clause 27, Clause 28, Clause 20 of the bill say aye. That one stands part of the bill say aye. Those again. Clause